To start off our 1-point drawing, we are going to start with a horizontal line. So I'm going to use my ruler to draw a line from side to side. Okay, next we need to draw a rectangle. So I'm going to draw my rectangle just slightly off center. I'm going to use my ruler again to draw my rectangle to make it a little bit easier. So this horizontal line is going to be a horizon line. So that is the separation between the sky and the land. I erased it because it's not going to go through my house right here. So I erased it when I went through my rectangle. This is going to be the front of my house. So because it's the front, it's going to be flat facing me. And I'll show you how to make the sides look like they're going back in space. So to make our sides go back in space, we need a vanishing point. I'm going to put mine over here. So this vanishing point is going to help us make the side, top and bottom of our house. So I'm going to line up my ruler with the vanishing point, and then line up the other edge of my ruler to the corner of my house up top, and draw a light line. So during this, you want to draw most of your lines being super light, meaning you don't want to press down hard with your pencil. I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom, so I'll line up the ruler with the vanishing point and the bottom corner of the house. I'm going to erase that line, so I'm not going to press very hard. Okay, I'm going to draw a vertical line that's going to be the back of my house. So a trick to help you draw straight up and down lines is to make sure that it's parallel against the side of your paper. So I usually just check there. That way my house doesn't look kind of wonky by the time I get done with it. I'm going to again erase this line so it doesn't get confusing as I keep going. There'll be lots of lines that you need to erase as you go, so that way you don't get confused by what you're seeing or drawing. Okay. Now I'm going to make this side of the house have a little peak. To do that, I need to draw a triangle. So I'm going to try to find about the middle of this side. I'm going to use a ruler to draw a triangle. Now because this is a flat front-facing side of the house, I don't need to worry about going from the vanishing point. So everything I draw on this side of the house, the first rectangle I drew, is just going to be straight lines, either vertical or horizontal. Now this edge of the roof has to be parallel, going the same direction as the one I drew over here. So to do that, you could either kind of measure it with your pencil and then try to replicate it over here. Or if it's easier, you can kind of line your ruler up with that angle and then try to slide it over. Either method works fine, just do whatever's comfortable. Okay, so like this house, I want to add something over to the right of it because I have a lot of empty space over here. So I'm not going to do the same thing I did before because that's kind of boring. I think this time I will just add another part of the house instead of doing a garage. So I'm going to start by drawing another rectangle. So this one's going to go off of the rectangle I'd originally drawn. So I'm just going to line up with my ruler. Again, you need to find about the center of your house, the rectangle that you drew. It's not quite there, so I'm going to move it over. It's better. I'll make the peak go up to that point I just drew. Okay, so now I need to finish off because right now this new section I drew looks really flat, so I need to make the rest of the roof coming from that vanishing point. So again, I need to go back to this point, line up my ruler, and then line it up with that corner, the top corner of the house. That way it looks like it's going back into space. Okay. Remember to draw light because I forgot a couple times and you can still see my lines. Alright, after you have the main parts of your house drawn, you can start adding in the little sections. So with drawing windows, it's a good idea to draw some guidelines. So these guidelines can be drawn very lightly. I'm again lining up my ruler so that's parallel to that horizon line I drew earlier. That way I know it's straight. So I can draw windows. Okay, so the windows I draw on this side of the house, because it's going back into space, are going to be a little bit different. So like I did when I drew the top and bottom of the house, I need to also use that vanishing point to draw the top and bottom of any windows or any other details I add. So I'm going to draw my guidelines for this side of the house. I'm kind of lining them up to the windows on this side, so that way they're all kind of in the same spot. Kind of makes more sense to me, but you can do it however you want. And remember, all lines that are vertical will remain straight up and down, so you don't have to worry about going to and from the vanishing point there. Now that I have the main parts of my house added, like windows and doors, I can kind of have fun with the rest of it. So I still need to explore what I want to do over here, but while I'm thinking about that, I can think about the things I want to add. Like this house, I decided to add brick and some siding, lots of windows. You can decide what you want to add to your house. It does not have to be realistic. You can make a house that looks like it's made out of candy if you want to. Just have some fun with it. If you need help, a good idea is to look up some photos of houses and look for inspiration. You could also recreate your own house if you wanted to.